In this video, I'm going to be giving you the full Whop clipping tutorial. And this isn't just theory. I'm going to be walking you through the exact strategies that I used to make $2,407 within the past week. By the end, I'm even going to reveal the exact campaigns that I joined and give my full strategy for maximizing earnings with Whop clipping, as well as a whole new business model that can be started just thanks to Whop as a platform. So with all that being said, let's get right into the video. To start, what is Whop clipping? Well, to understand that, you need to know what Whop content rewards is. And all it is when you go to whop.com, which I'll leave the link to in the description, you can sign up. It's really easy. It's free. Just sign in with Google. Once you sign in, you just head to discover right here, and then you scroll down and you see where it says content rewards. And once you click see all content rewards, you'll basically see a list of campaigns that will all pay you per 1,000 views that you get on it. So some of these will be for streamers, for example. You basically just go to their streams, make short clips from it, and then you get paid per 1,000 views that you get on those short clips. But there's a ton of different campaigns. Some will be for streamers, some will be for podcasts, and some will be for music. And that's actually the first way that I made money on Whop. If you don't know me, my name is Bennett, and I have over 1 million followers across my accounts juggling online. I also run some faceless channels. That's how I got this. And so I've been posting content for a very long time, so I realized, wait, if I'm gonna post these videos anyways, and all I have to do is add some music and I can earn some extra money from this would be a really easy way to make extra money. So that's exactly what I did, and that's how I made my first dollar on Whop. Essentially, under these campaigns, I just changed the category to music, and then I found a campaign that was paying per 1,000 views that it got on a song. The campaign that we found was from an artist named BBNO$. You might know him from that song that's like da 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 when I pop, that song. Basically, he was paying 12 cents per 1,000 views, and all you had to do was use the song on his video. So I put in a bunch of submissions, and I was able to get one of my juggling videos to get 6.8 million views on a single video. And at 12 cents per 1,000 views, I easily hit the maximum threshold for payouts, which was $175 on a single video. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but think about it. I was literally posting these videos anyways, and instead of just adding a random sound from TikTok, all I had to do was add this sound instead, and I got paid an extra 12 cents per 1,000 views. Pretty overpowered, right? Well, that's not the only type of campaign that you can enter on Whop. If you're already posting videos, I think music is a really good one to enter, but you can also enter some called logo. Logo is basically where they'll pay you just for putting a logo on your video. So you literally don't have to do any other work. You just need to have a small version of their logo within your video somewhere, and they'll just pay you per 1,000 views for that. But the thing about those and music campaigns is the RPM will be pretty low. But there's other categories that will pay you way more per 1,000 views. That's actually how I made the majority of this $2,400 and how most people are printing on Whop right now. So let me show you exactly how that works. Essentially, most people are entering clipping campaigns, and these are the ones where you're probably going to be taking from a long form video, editing it into a short, and then submitting that to Whop yourself. Now, there's a couple things you want to look out for when you're deciding which campaign you should join to actually do one of these. Now, I'm going to walk you through the whole editing process, but before you even join one of these campaigns, there's a couple things that you're going to want to look out for to make sure you can maximize the amount of money that you make. The first thing is what's the RPM. Obviously, the higher the better. The RPM will be defined by this blue rectangle right here, and you could have some that only pay like 30 cents per 1,000 views, but you have others that will pay $2, $3, even $5 per 1,000 views. The second thing you want to look for is what platforms are eligible. For example, this campaign right here has Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as eligible platforms versus this one only has Instagram as an eligible platform. So that means you can essentially make triple the money, because once you make one clip, you can post that across 3 platforms and get paid per 1,000 views on all 3 of them instead of on just one. Another thing you're going to want to look at is what is the remaining budget and what is the current budget spent on clipping for this campaign. For example, this one right here I think is a good sign because it's already paid $30,000 out to creators. So you already know that they've paid out a lot of money and it's a valid campaign to join, but they still have around $20,000 left in the campaign. And then when you actually click on it, the other thing you're going to want to look at is, do you have to apply or can you just join instantly? Some of them make you apply or have a wait list like this, where you're going to have to actually fill out some of the criteria so they actually trust that you're a good editor that you can join. But some, like this one for example, you can just join instantly and start clipping for this campaign immediately. The ones with a waitlist can be good because it means there will probably be less competition, but obviously they will be harder to get into. Then the last thing I would look at when you're joining a campaign is what are other people saying about it and what reviews are they giving. When you check the landing page for some of these, some of the reviews will sometimes say that the campaign managers aren't actually paying out every time. So that is something you have to be wary of because there's some issues with that. So once you join one, again, I would check the reviews and also check the chat. Again, if the reviews are bad or if you see people in the chat saying, I submitted my video, but I'm not being paid out, and the campaign manager isn't responding or isn't active. This is something I would be careful of because it means that you might do a bunch of hard work clipping and actually posting the video just for the campaign managers to say that you didn't meet the requirements and not end up paying you out for it, even when you did low-key meet the requirements. So just be careful of that. But once you enter a campaign, here's how you actually start clipping for them to make money. And I'm going to show you the full walkthrough on how you can do this and actually edit the videos. And then I'm finally going to reveal how I actually made the majority of my money. And it's actually through a different campaign style on Whop, but I'll get to that at the end. Let's say I wanted to clip for this campaign. Well, I would just go through the requirements and make sure I could complete all of these. So I'd have to tag them in TikTok, easy enough. I'd have to have the affiliate link in bio, easy enough. I just have to have Ant or Rippy in the username, pretty easy. The clips must be at least 10 seconds long, must be in English, and no view botting or anything like that. So that sounds easy enough. I'm gonna go to the Google Drive that they sent and see what types of videos they have for me to clip up. And let me pop my headphones on so we could actually listen to these and see which ones are viral material. So let's say I'm an editor and I think I'm really good at clipping podcasts. I might look at one of the podcasts they've done to see if these will do well. They have a podcast linked here, so let's check this one out. Okay, so here we have a podcast with this guy. Now, what you would obviously do is go through and find some viral moments from this. Now, there's a lot of AI tools to make this way easier. I'm gonna show you one that you can use to make it pretty easy. There's this Chrome extension right here called glasp.co. You can literally look it up, glasp.co. It's basically a completely free Chrome extension that you can use to pretty much automatically get the transcript right here. So what I might do is I might copy the transcript, go to ChatGPT, and then tell it, give me a viral timestamp from this transcript podcast. Boom, and then paste in the script right there. Now, again, there's a bunch of other tools that you can use. Like, for example, Opus is one of the bigger ones. But here we have a timestamp from ChatGPT. I'm just going to use this as an example. Okay, so it suggested 1:04:02. So let's just go to the YouTube video and see what it says here. 1:04:02.
Here's a little proof of concept. I start talking to people and DMing people that are doing 10K a day. And I'm like, all right, let's keep this going and see what happens. And then boom, it started happening really fast. And 1K day, 1K day, 3K day. And then dude, I remember hitting my first like $20,000 day on like my first winning product with dropshipping or whatever. Dog, I'm like sitting in my bedroom. I'm just on TikTok, like bumping my budgets up and stuff. And then dude, I had my phone ringer on, Shopify Noti. And I'm like, dude, that day, my brain chemistry changed, bro.
Okay, this is a good clip because he's talking about drop shipping and how he started making money. And this is like an inspiring story that I think has a good opportunity to go viral. Okay, so I got the clip. I'm going to drag it into CapCut. You can use whatever editing software that you want to use. I just think CapCut is probably the simplest for beginners. And also, it's free to download. They have a lot of paid features, but CapCut itself is free. So I think it's actually a good place to start clipping. And so I'm not going to do a full in-depth edit here, but I'm just going to show you like how you could edit this to make this clip pretty viral. First thing is I'm going to change the ratio to 9:16 and just expand this. And then I'm going to go get the timestamp. So it was 1:04:20 or whatever. Okay, so I've cut out a bunch of the unnecessary fluff and I've drilled down the clip into this. I'm going to add some edits here to spice this up a little bit more. And I'll come back to you with all the edits that I added and show you why I added them at the end. Firstly, I'm going to add head tracking because I like to keep his head centered in the frame. So just click start on that and let this load. Then I'm going to add some captions right here and use this style because I think it looks pretty clean. So there we go. We have head tracking. So this looks a little cleaner now in my opinion. Take a look. Now his head stays centered, so that's good. We're gonna add captions. Okay, so I've now edited the video. It looks something like this. Take a look, and then I'll show you my edits, and then I'll tell you why I think this would go viral. So here we go.
And then dude, I remember hitting my first like $20,000 day. Dog, I'm like sitting in my bedroom. I'm just on TikTok. Dude, I had my phone ringer on, Shopify Noti. And I'm like, dude, that day, my brain chemistry changed, bro, because you can, get rich with this. Like, it's real.
Okay, I think that's actually pretty viral worthy. The main edits that I made here was changing the background so like the lighting looked a lot better and it was more sharpened. I added head tracking so it follows his head around as he moves so he stays centered. I added captions like this, and then I added these little Shopify notifications with the sound effects when he says it, so right here. And then lastly, I think this is a very nice finishing touch, but I added actual music in the background. So this little Doja sound, that I think goes with the tonality of the entire clip and makes it way better than it ever could have been. So essentially, now that you got something viral, I'll show you how you guys will upload this and then start earning. So all you have to do to upload is click submit, paste in the link to the social media that you posted this on. So let's say I just posted this video on YouTube, for example. I would just go click share, click copy the link, and then just paste this link into here. And then I would just upload the media. So since I just created the video, I should be able to just upload it right there, and you would just upload it right here like that. Pretty easy. Then you just click submit. It might ask you to verify your social media account if you've never verified it before. But yeah, that's basically how you would do it. Then you can review all the things that you've submitted here, and they'll basically tell you whether they accepted it or not, whether you hit the minimum view threshold, and then you can track how much you've actually been paid out for it as well. So always check here and make sure that they're accepting it. If they're rejecting it, look at why, so you can change what you're uploading and upload more stuff that they'll actually accept. So yeah, that's basically how you do Whop clipping. Now, one of the campaigns that I was able to make a lot of money from is actually these UGC campaigns. So essentially, UGC is when you actually have to make a video with your face in it, usually explaining the product or the service that they're paying you per 1,000 views for. So you would literally make a video being like, here's how you can make money drop shipping, blah, 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 and something like that. Now, Whop actually has one of their own campaigns, and that's how I've actually been able to make a lot of money. They have one that's specifically for YouTube if you make YouTube videos about Whop, and they pay you per 1,000 views. So this one right here, for example, pays you $50 per 1,000 views that you get on a long form YouTube video. And I realized, holy crap, I was already about to make a video about Whop since I earned money from it, and I can show you how I earn money through the music thing. But now I get to upload this video and earn $50 per 1,000 views on it. This is insane. So yeah, I'm going to be submitting this video to Whop's campaign. But just to be clear to you guys, I never entered this campaign until I actually earned money from one of Whop's music campaigns first. Once I tried that and I realized it was legit, I was like, okay, now I can make some videos about Whop, and holy crap, there's a way to earn a bunch of extra money from it. But obviously this isn't the only campaign. There's a ton of UGC campaigns on Whop. So if you're really good at like the TikTok shop type videos, this is a really easy way that you can find campaigns and don't have to like manually try to, you know, match up with a manager of a new UGC campaign or anything like that. So yeah, once you upload the videos, you'll start getting paid out for them. And then the last step to getting paid out is just going to Bounce and connecting your Stripe info here before you can actually withdraw to bank. Now, to be clear, a lot of people do actually struggle taking out their Bounce through Stripe. So we actually offer some help with that. There's some countries that are ineligible and stuff like that. So if you need help withdrawing, you can just go to the Discord in description. I'll link it. And basically you can open a ticket where we will help you withdraw the money from Whop. You essentially just go under ticket, you just click custom transaction service, and then it'll ask you what you're submitting this for and just say it's because you need help taking out a Whop payment. We've helped recover literally thousands of dollars for people with this, and we do take a small commission, but that's because of the trust that I've built on this channel after posting 2 years showing my exact income and how I make all of it, and because of the fact that we have to keep track of all the clients, and it does take us some time. But with that being said, it's still definitely way better to withdraw at least something than nothing, obviously. So yeah, if you need help with that, that'll be in the description, as well as getting started on Whop will be in the description as well. With that being said, my main mission in this space is to actually be transparent and not gatekeep methods to make money online. I'm fully showing all the money that I've made with Whop and exactly how. So if you support that mission, consider leaving a like on this video and subscribing. That's one of the best ways to support it. And with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching this video. I'll catch you all in the next one, and peace.